Hello everybody. What's up guys, KunnyWest15 here with a PSA return video. So yeah, I don't really play competitively anymore, unfortunately. I haven't played competitively in about, I would say, almost a year. I tried links, but I just really cannot get into links. So the only thing I really do right now, if I'm playing YuGiOh, is I play Goat Control occasionally. But most of my joy in YuGiOh right now is collecting. Oh my god. Alright, that was a struggle, boys. Wish I had my freaking chopsticks, but gotta do with what I got. Man, if I had chopsticks, this would have been open in like less than 5 seconds, but don't got my chopsticks right now. No, my god, what the hell is this, big boy? This is a 18 card submission, and let's see what we got here. Oh my god. 717, what the hell? Too much money. So the first card right here, this one is actually not my card. This one is my friend on Instagram, Card Creep, WCS Kanan, the Sword Mistress. Straight up baddie right here. Freaking awesome card. It's actually a prize card. So he's gonna be really happy about this, and I'm really happy for him. So yeah, pretty awesome right here. I actually have a copy of these myself, but I decided not to send mine. This is a population of 4, and I believe like 13 or so have been sent, so it's not a really easy card to get as a 10. Next, we got a card with a yellow back. Yeah, gotta represent, you already know. In this submission, I basically submitted a bunch of God cards. And, you know, the God cards are actually one of the most nostalgic things for me, and always the cards that I wanted as a kid. I always wanted the freaking Obelisk, Raw, and Slifer, but I could never get it. I actually ended up buying them, but I got fake copies from eBay, so that freaking sucked. When I found out they were fake, I was pretty upset when I was a kid. So I never actually was able to own God cards successfully as a kid, so sweet redemption, being able to have them now. I sent only the secret rare versions, although the ultra versions are actually more nostalgic to me because the ultra versions were the ones I was trying to get as a kid. I didn't even know the secret ones really existed because no one around me had secrets. They all had ultras. Let's see what we get. I wanted a PSA 10 set of these for a long time. We got, oh my god, we got a Gemmin 10. This is actually my least favorite God card. It doesn't look too agile or nimble. So I prefer creatures that are more nimble. Sometimes I do wonder, can it really even fly when it weighs this much? Not too sure. Next, we have 3 copies of the Slifer. I only sent 1 raw. I have a few other copies of these. Maybe some will get 10s, I'm not sure. But this is my least favorite God card, and this is like the best looking one I had. This way I can at least make a set if this gets a 10. So I just sent 1 of those. Card looks freaking clean as a whistle. Oh yeah, Gemmin 10. Next, we got another Gemmin 10 and a third Gemmin 10. So that's absolutely freaking insane. I have a playset of Gemmin 10 Slifers GBI. Never thought this day would ever come. Never thought. So my favorite God card's coming up, Obelisk. So I sent 3 of these as well. I just think the blue back looks freaking dope on this. One of the reasons I always wanted the God cards as a kid is I thought they were really unique because they had colored backs. The Slifer kind of just looks like a normal fake Chinese card on the back, but like the Obelisk, you already knew shit was about to go down with the blue backs. So Obelisk number 1, we have Gemmin 10. And the second one, also a Gemmin 10. And the third one, also a Gemmin 10. So yeah, this is pretty insane. Got 3 Gemmin 10 Obelisks and 3 Slifers and the 1 Lonely Rog. I might possibly sell the extras and just keep a set. Next, we have, let's see if I can guess what this thing is. Maybe the Fairy Injection Lily? Yep, there she is. That scratch right there is on the case, unfortunately. But I decided to take a chance with this. I think the centering actually looks pretty decent, and the card was pretty minty. Just the left to right centering was slightly off. I think it's actually good enough for a 10. So this card, in my opinion, is really worth submitting to PSA if you have a copy with decent centering. Even if it gets like a 9, it's always worth resubmitting it because the 10 is just worth so much. Like it's worth, I think, over $800 or $700 to $800, which is absolutely ridiculous for a $40 card. But the 10s are just so hard to find. And this one got the mint 9. So I'm definitely cracking this and trying it one more time. It is slightly off-centered, but I definitely think this is borderline 60-40. So I'm definitely going to try this one again. Next, we got Gate Guardian, Big Daddy Gate Guardian right here. The water, the wind, the thunder unites to make a freaking horrible card. This card is freaking ass, my boys. In what world are you going to have Senga, Kazujin, and Suijin on your field? In what freaking world? But, this card is super nostalgic as well. It's a freaking dope-ass card, and I would love to have this as a 10 one day, because obviously we can't get it now, so yes. I might crack this open, but it is off-centered left to right slightly, and I think that's why it got a 9. It might be worth cracking and resubmitting, because I have seen Gate Guardians with this type of centering get a 10 before. It doesn't happen often, but it's not impossible. This card is just way too clean. I have 2 other copies, but they're not as clean as this. One of them has like the name like stamped on the back. Like there's an imprint of the name on the back. It's kind of weird, but it is better centered, but I don't think I'm going to send that one. This is my only hope at a 10, so I might try this again along with the sexy Injection Fairy Lily. So we'll see. Next up, let's see what the hell we have here. We got Exodia the Forbidden One, second print run. And it's not even confirmed if it actually was second print, but I'll just call it the glossy version of the first dead LOB North American print. And it got a 9, maybe some very light scratches somewhere on the back. But I might resubmit this, I don't know. I do already have a 10 of this, and my goal is to finish a PSA 10 Exodia set. So far I have a PSA 10 head and a right leg. So, yes. Next up, we have right arm of the Forbidden One. And once again, this is the second print, or the glossy foil LOB first ed. In case you don't know, there's like 2 versions of LOB first edition. Some people say there's like a first print, second print, first edition. I don't even know if that's true. We kind of just take that for granted, but there's basically like a wavy foil version and a glossy version. And this is the glossy one. As you can see, the card's really glossy, and the other version, like the whole card will have ripples on it. It's actually pretty cool, but some people prefer this version. Anyways, this got a Gem Mint 10, and that is absolutely bodacious. So I have the entire right side of Exodia as a PSA 10, and the head, you know, gives good head. So I'm just missing the left side. I just need a left arm and a left leg, but the left arm's gonna be a pain in the ass to get, but hopefully one day I can finish the 5-piece Exodia Gem Mint 10. Got another one down, so that's absolutely bodacious. Next should be the last Exodia piece that I sent, left leg of the Forbidden One. This one actually looked really clean as well. Also glossy foil, and it got a mint 9, so probably gonna crack this open and try it again, just because this card was hella clean. It's borderline 9-10, so but yes, considering that I would have to spend like $600 to get one of these in a PSA 10, I might as well just crack it and try it again. It's only $20. $20 is a lot, but when you take into consideration if you want a Gem Mint 10 directly for $600, like it's worth just cracking this open and just resending it, and you know, trying at a 10. And I'll be one step closer at finishing the 5 pieces of Exodia. Next, we have Gaia the Fierce Knight. This is also a glossy foil, as you can see. Unfortunately, there's a scratch on the case, but anyways, yeah, this one is also like freaking clean as a motherfucker. Problem is the centering left to right is a little bit off, so not surprised if this gets 9, and it did get a 9. I might just leave it as a 9. I'm not too sure, but yes. All right, next up we got a huge card right here. We got the Gaia the Dragon Champion. There's only a population 19 or 20 that are 10s, and out of about 80 that are ever submitted, so only 25% of these get 10s. So yeah, and it got a Gem Mint 10, so that's probably the highlight of the submission. Absolutely incredible. I never thought I'd be holding this, but yeah, this thing is freaking amazing. I have other copies that are always off-centered left to right. So the centering on this is actually a pain in the ass, and that might be one of the reasons why there's so many 8s and 9s of these. There's a lot of 9s. So yes, in case you guys are wondering, I actually peeked at the grades really briefly, mainly to check out my friend's card to see if he got the 10 or not, and I briefly peeked at the other cards as well. It's still super exciting just receiving these. So yes, now this card is just absolutely gorgeous. Holy shit. All right, 3 cards left. Let's go on to this bad boy. Let's see what this one is. Or bad girl, should I say. We got baddie number 2. First, we got the Injection Fairy Lily. Now we got the DMG. This one got the Mint 9. Oh my god. You can see that foil bleed. Freaking noodle-tastic. I'm considering cracking this open and resubmitting it just because, just like Fairy Lily, the 9s and 10s are just dramatically different in value. Like this one's about $80 as a 9. This one's about $600-700, give or take a few dollars or a few cents. But as a 10, it's like $1,800 or something ridiculous. So I think it is worth just cracking this open and, you know, giving another go. Now going on to the last 2 cards. Highlight of the submission so far and probably overall is the Gaia so far. Go on with this one first. It is the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon from Retro Pack 2. Pretty noodle-tastic card right here. Kind of impossible not to use that adjective when you're looking at something like this. And you can see that foil bleed is absolutely just, oh my god, insane in a membrane. That's nuts. God damn, that looks hot as hell. This thing looked freaking clean as a whistle. I don't know why I keep saying that stupid ass phrase, but I heard one of the commentators on FIFA say that, and now I keep freaking saying that. But anyways, yeah, this card looks bodacious. And it got, oh my god, what the hell? Yeah, I thought I would have to buy this straight up. But amazing that I actually graded one as a Gem Mint 10. Super happy for that. And then last, but definitely not least, some of you guys probably never even seen this card in this rarity. Let's see if you guys can guess what it is. No, it's not an ultra rare Shape Snatch, you clowns. Even though I wish they would make Shape Snatch an ultra, but it is Vice Dragon DDY1. As you can see, 2009 dual disc. So what is this dual disc, you say? Well, I don't even freaking know because it was never released in USA. It was accidentally put in Raging Battles special editions. We don't know how many of these are out there, but this was a misrelease basically. And I would guess the amount out there is less than 500, but they're not impossible to find, but they're getting more and more scarce. And yeah, even raw ones sell for a solid $400, which is pretty nuts. A lot of people don't even know it exists, because this card was never supposed to be released. In Japan, it did come out, and this card was the promo in Japanese. This one got a Gem Mint 10. So this is a population 3 now. So I know exactly who has the other 2 Gem Mint 10 copies. One is YuGiOh Collector on YouTube, and the other one is Vintage YuGiOh on Instagram. So pretty cool, and yeah. So this one got the Gem Mint 10, which is freaking ballsack nutty. I don't know what else to say. Just a quick recap, we got these 3 insane cards. I mean, like, this is pretty nuts. Never thought I'd actually own these cards in Gem Mint 10. And then for 9s, left leg, probably gonna crack this and send it again. Got the right arm, which is freaking dope because just one step closer to the Exodia set. Got a head. Doesn't give great head because it's a 9. A little sloppy toppy, you dig. Not the too sexy. And then we got Dark Magician Girl as a 9. Might crack this and send it again. The Injection Fairy Lily. And the Gate Guardian. I'll probably resubmit all 5 of these, to be honest. So I'm going to have to crack these open, probably. And then we got my friends Kanan, the Sword Mistress. Straight baddie right here. Leave in the comment section below. Are you Team DMG, Kanan, or Kanan, however the frick you pronounce it, or Injection Fairy Lily, or none of the above because you're actually not a freaking weebo nerd. And then of course we got the nostalgic ass god cards right here. The Obelisk, my favorite. Got the Slifers and the Lone Raw. So, but yes, that's about it for this PSA return video. absolutely insane, guys. My luck with PSA has been pretty amazing so far. And so, yes, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking all the way to the end. And peace.